Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome back. Let me just have a swig of my tea. So, it's a lot more cooler today. So I have my ring light on. So I need you guys to tell me if you prefer it, okay? So this is kind of like white. Tell me which one, okay? So this is white. This is like white but with kind of like a yellow tint. That's obviously yellow, but we don't want that. So do you prefer the white, so like this, or that one? I can't like make my mind up whether that one's better. Let me just have a look. Let's see what it picks up. So this one, or that one, or that one. I'm going to go with this one just because it seems a lot brighter. That's bright, but that seems even brighter. So I'm going to show you how I did my drip nails for like blood drips and scream mask. I'm going to show you how I did those. I can't do my nails. I don't want to get hand dolly out. Yeah, there was a bit of an issue with hand dolly. So I noticed the tips weren't sticking in going inside the hand dolly properly. They weren't staying flat. So I spoke to hand dolly, and they said that they'd actually sent me the wrong tips, and the hand is actually one that isn't supposed to be used. And I was like, right, okay. She said, so I'm going to give you £30 refund because that hand is supposed to be void, and I'll send you the correct tips out, because the tips that they sent with this hand dolly was tips they use for feet, for practicing like on feet. So that's why I was having issues with it. And I did show her the hand dolly because it's got a lot of bubbling underneath, which I didn't notice. And she said that that hand was actually supposed to have gone in the bin, and they sent me the wrong one. And she's really, really sorry. So she gave me a £30 refund. It's still usable. It's just got a bit of bubbling underneath on the palm, which you know, that is not going to affect me using it. So I took the £30 refund, and I've got some proper tips being sent out that are supposed to be for hand dolly, which should be here tomorrow. So yeah, I can't do any nails because this one, I had to cut it right back. Basically what happened, I noticed a tiny little dark spot on my nail, and I think it might have been a greenie. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll put a picture on screen now and you guys can tell me what you think. So yeah, what I had to do was I had to cut back as much as I could of my nail to get it out. So I don't really want to put any tips on because it's not sore, it doesn't hurt, but it is quite short, like my skin is just there. So I don't want to put any tips on. So I just thought I'd show you how I do this today. So we're going to do Scream first. The Scream mask, so it's like Halloween nail. I know it's kind of not Halloween yet, but you know, you can all practice, can't you? So yeah, I've got my ring light and my phone is in my ring light, whereas before it was on my overhang. So I'm just going to paint the whole nail black, and we'll do 2 coats of this as well. Yeah, my phone was just on like an overhang extension, which I did like, but I needed a ring light. I did order one ages ago, and to be honest, I forgot I ordered it. And I thought I got it off Amazon. I didn't. I got it off of eBay. And I was on eBay the other day and I noticed that it hadn't come. Completely forgot about it. So yeah, they did give me a refund, and I went to Argos yesterday and got a ring light. So I'm just going to cure this and do a second coat. So I'll just cure that for 30 seconds. Yeah, so my phone is now in my ring light. So I've got it close up. Usually I would have it, oh god, not like that, like this, you know, and we, you know, do nails. This is probably how I do it, but I want you guys to be zoomed in that little bit more for close-ups. So tell me if this is a bit better. Tell me what you think, okay? If you prefer this sort of setup, like layout, and if the lighting's better, because obviously I've got my ring light now. About time. My dog keeps carrying his dog bowl out of the hallway where his food goes. He eats it and then he brings it out into the garden once he's finished. and now he's chewing his dog bowl. He's never done that before, but he keeps carrying it around with him. So I'm just doing a second coat. So this one might not turn out that great because I'm really high up, because I need to see what I'm doing. I don't want to turn my phone the other way and record you that way, because then I can't see what I'm doing. I like to look through the phone to make sure you're in frame. So I'm really high up on my desk, on my chair at the moment. This is going to be really hard to get into doing the actual mask. So I'm going to cure this for 1 minute just to make sure it's cured. So that's cured, but I did notice tiny where something stuck to it, but never mind. I'm just going to give this a wipe over. Just giving it a really good wipe over. Get that sticky layer off. Pop that down. So I'm just going to get my palette. This is just to make it easier. Don't worry if you haven't got palette. I'm going to pop some white in there. And this is to draw the side of like the mask. And I am running out of white. I do need to order some. So that will do. Okay, so I've got some in there. So let's pop that there. And I have my little detailer. Now I can't remember if I use this one or one of these. I can't actually remember, but I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference. We're just going to go with it. Right, okay. So it's going to be difficult because I'm so high up. How have you all been? It's Monday today and I'm so glad it's cool. It's just starting to spit rain at the moment. So I'm going to start from the top corner here. Just bringing his face down. Don't worry if it's not perfect because it all gets filled in anyway. So this is kind of like his cheekbone, I want to say. Kind of. If that's what you want to call it. And then, so we're going out and then back in slightly. And then this bit is going to go shaking. I hate doing these. They are fun to do. I don't mind doing them if I'm sat correctly. But I am so high up. So because my ring light won't go any further down. It's as tall, as low as it will go. And I've got a smaller stand, that like ring light stand, but my phone's too heavy. It just keeps falling forward. So that's that bit done. So now what we can do is we can go in and fill this in. Just going to fill it all the way in, okay? I mean, it might be easier to go in with the actual brush of your gel polish. But I've got some in here, so I'm just going to use this. Yeah, I might even show you how, I might do another rose again as well. I know it's not Halloween, but like the rose isn't Halloween, but I want to give it another practice. And just in case you guys want to see. Okay. So I am going to fill this in and do a second coat. So we'll leave that like that and we can cure that now for 30 seconds. So that's cured. So where's my white? Lost my white. There it is. So I'm just going to go in with this brush now just to do a second coat. Just getting as close to that line as possible, okay? I was going to attempt to draw Minnie Mouse, but I know I would literally just butcher that Minnie Mouse. I've never done it before, so I didn't really want to have a practice on that because I know I'm just gonna butcher it. So okay, so we can cure that now for 1 minute just to make sure it's fully cured. So that's fully cured. So I am going to give this a wipe over. Just like that. Now we're going to need our black. So I'm just going to take a little bit of black gel and pop it in my palette. Just like that. Okay, just there. But this time I'm going to go down a size on a brush. So I'm just going to use a really small one. Really small. Let's pop that to one side. So what we're going to do, so we're going to do the eyes. Oh, had a bit too much on there. I don't know, I've got a tiny little brush poking outwards as well. I hope that doesn't interfere. That would be annoying. So I just want to go that tiny little hair on here is poking out. I might have to cut it off because it's made a mess. So let me just, I'm gonna have to use a different brush. I'll go down even to a smaller size, which I hope this one might be alright. Don't know, I'm not counting on it because it's tiny, this one. Don't know if it will do the job. Okay, so. This one's rubbish, this one. Should have just used the one that I used for the white and just cleaned it off. Which I might have to do, I don't know yet. These are quite hard to draw, the eyes. They're more annoying than anything else. It looks easy because it's oh, I can't see. And there's a hair on here as well. I really cannot see what I'm doing because I'm so far away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this bit a bit fatter here. Like that. Okay, so I'm gonna cure that for 30 seconds so I don't mess it up. So that's the eye cured. So what I'm gonna do now, move my palette back over there, just gonna do the nose. So the nose is kind of like a skull shape, kind of. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to do. It's just because of the shape and getting it in the right place, to be honest. So you want to kind of go out that side, and honestly, you don't understand how far up I am from doing this. I'm really high up on the chair. I'm going to have a play around in a minute. Once I've done these nails, I'm just going to see if I can lower this tripod. It does look like it would go lower, but I did just try it before I done this video. I couldn't really do it, so I was actually just thought I was just gonna have to leave it as it is. I can't see. Let me have a look at that nose. Yeah, so that's kind of alright. I mean, we can make it slightly bigger, I suppose. Can you guys see? Yeah. I'm not making it like really big because it is like a skeleton kind of nose. Okay, so I'm going to go in and cure that. Actually no, I'm not. I'm just going to go straight in. Why not? I'm just going to go straight in with the mouth. So the mouth's kind of like, I don't know, an O. Like half an O, I suppose, but longer than that a little bit. Okay. Just like that, and now we can go in and cure. So that's cured. Now what we need to do is we have a little bit of white in there. You can either mix it with grey or black. So I'm going to put a little, that's probably even too much. I put a little bit of grey in with the white. I will just use a dotting tool just to mix this around. Yeah, this is probably way too much, if I'm honest. And this is just to go around the face, but let me put a little bit more white in there, because that is too much. That was too much grey. So I've got a little bit of white in there. It's kind of to make a shadow effect. As long as it's not white, because you don't want it to be white. So that will do, we'll give that a go. Okay, so what brush, this one will be fine, I hope. So what we're going to do now, get a tiny little detail brush, like that, pop it in that grey kind of colour. This might be a bit too dark actually, it's grey, but it's what we've got. So I'm just going to go around exactly the same shape, okay? So I'm going up on the eye, down, and then round there. Round the side. Down there. I'm going to go under the eye a little bit. Down there, and then down there. And there's certain parts of this that we can fill in, okay? Always have your little finger resting on your other hand, because it will help with the shaking. And we're kind of making that bit that we just done into a V, okay? Where are you? I can't see. So just like that, that's how we want it. And now we can go in and cure. I'll cure that for a 4 minute just to make sure it's completely cured all the way through. That is cured, so I'm going to go in with a no wipe top coat. Oh, and drop it everywhere. Got it all over my finger. So how is everybody? How has everybody been? What have you all been doing? Anything fun? Anything exciting going on? Let me know. Okay. There is that one. I mean, the top coat always brings it to life, doesn't it? I have tried putting a matte on top of this. It didn't look nice though. So cure for 1 minute. So while that one's curing, I'm going to go in with black. This is going to be like that blood drip kind of nail. Well, it is blood drip. I don't know why I said kind of. So we're going to paint all this black. Oops, got it on the top of the thing, but that doesn't matter. We're going to do 2 coats of this. I'll probably just do the second coat off camera. God, I'm getting it everywhere. Lucky this isn't a real person. Cure that. I'll probably just cure it for 30 seconds and then I'll go in with a second coat and I will cure that for a minute to make sure it's completely cured. So this one is done. What do we think? It's really easy to do. Really easy. Nice and shiny. But yeah. All done. So it is easy. You just got to try and have a steady hand. But the key is, when you're holding, rest your little finger. Or that one, whichever one feels comfortable. Just make sure you're resting it to stop you shaking. And that's how you do Scream Mask. Right, the other one's nearly cured, so I'm just going to go in and do a second coat off camera. Or cured, it's had the second coat, and for the second coat I did cure it for 1 minute just to make sure. Get rid of that sticky layer. Okay, right, palette again. And I'm going to put some red in here. I do like having these palettes, they are really handy, but I hate cleaning them out. You can tell I'm not very good at cleaning them out. To be honest, I think it all just hardened and cured a little bit, so I couldn't get the rest of that out. So, pop that to one side. We have our red. This is probably the easiest Halloween design you can possibly do. So, just make sure this is completely dry, because I've just wiped it over. So we're just going to go, I'm just going to do like a little dot there, just for my kind of base. I'm just going to drag the, well, pull that down like that. Have some redness going on up here. Now you don't want all the drips the same sort of length. You kind of want one shorter than the other, and you know, so on. So we're just popping them wherever you like. Wherever you want to put them. Fill this bit in, all around here. It is quite hard for me to see, I'm not going to lie. I need to readjust afterwards when I've done this video and just try and find like a better seating position, because this is horrible. It really is. I don't like it. I'm just going to put that bit there. So what I like to do as well, I just like to do some tiny, tiny little dots. You can use a dotting tool to do this. I just haven't. Tiny little dots. I might just do one just in the middle there. So I'm just going to go back over the top of this bit, and what I'm doing now is I'm kind of making these round drips higher by adding a glob on there, if that makes sense. I'm just going to colour this bit in a bit more. Okay. Cure that for, I don't know, let's do it a minute just to make sure. Actually, no, 30 seconds would be fine. So that's all cured. Sorry. Yeah, it's all cured. And now I'm going to go in with my no wipe top coat. I just noticed, so I changed lamps. I had a Miley lamp. And, you know, it's alright. It was a bit big, to be honest. I didn't like how big it was. So I've changed back over to a smaller lamp, and I have just noticed that I usually put my hand under and have to press the buttons, like either 30 or 60 to make it come on. But I've just put this under there and it came on by itself and was counting upwards. Where usually if you press the button like 30 seconds, it will go 30, 29, 28 and count backwards. But literally, I just put this under there and it went on by itself and was like 1, 2, 3. So I didn't know it did that. So that's quite cool. Yeah, little story for you there. Not that you were interested. So I'm doing it quite a lot because I'm running out, so I have got other top coats. This is my favourite. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp for 1 minute now. So while that's curing, I'm going to just do a rose. I might even do 2 different ones, but I don't think I've got enough. So let me just do, I'm going to paint this in red. I'll do a second coat off camera. Yeah, I'll cure the first coat for 30 seconds and the second coat I will cure for 1 minute. I like to do that just to make sure it is completely cured, like all the way through. Otherwise it will start to peel off and it will go lumpy and bumpy where the top layer is cured but the bottom isn't. So I'm going to cure that now for 30 seconds and then I'll do the second coat off camera. And that is the blood drips. I mean, it's kind of hard to show you because the ring light is kind of getting in the way. Let me put it down, maybe that'll help. Let me lower down this. Okay, well, I hope you can see it. You get the gist though, don't you? You get the gist of it. That's the white light. Do you know what? I might put it back on the white light. I think it's a lot better. Okay, so yeah, you get the gist. And I will show you them all at the end as well, just in case. So we're going to do 2 different nails. So let me get another one off of here. So this is for the rose. So I'm going to do one with a red background and a black rose, and one with a black background and a white rose. So I'm going to paint this one black, doing 2 coats, cure the first one for 30 seconds, and cure the second one for 1 minute, just to make sure it's completely cured. I did used to do this like this on clients as well, because I did used to want to just make sure it was completely cured and they, you know, didn't get any bubbling when their hands got wet or anything. So 30 seconds in the lamp. And that one's cured. So I'll pop this to one side and we will do this one in a second. We'll wait for the black one to be done and then we can get on with doing the rose and I will show you how to do it. It's not perfect. Okay, I'm not a miracle worker, it's not brilliant. So the black second coat is curing, so I'm just going to give this one a wipe over while we're here. There we go. Right, so this one's going to have the black rose. So I'm going to get my top coat and I'm not going to cure this, okay? This is going to help kind of spread that rose out. So this one is a red background with a black rose. I mean, you can use blooming gel for this, but I haven't got any and I don't know if blooming gel will make it spread out too much and just make that rose completely spread into each other. I don't know. Okay, that top coat is on. I have my palette. So what I'm going to do, dip my brush in some black and just go wee. Just like that, okay? And then wee. So you're kind of just going all the way around. And it will spread, you know, it will spread. And I have seen people do these and they look amazing. I don't know what that might have been a bit too thick, but it's okay. I don't know what their trick is. I did do one the other day and it did actually look pretty cool, to be honest. So I just want this bit to kind of be more of a circle. And then that bit in there. So I'm going to let that spread, and I'll go and get the other one and I will show you what it looks like. So that's, oh, upside down. That's what the other one looked like. Why are you not focusing? Focus. I mean, why is it not focusing? Is it because you're too far in? But that's what it looks like, and it did turn out really well. This one not so much, and I know why. Because I didn't use the right brush. So let me wipe this back over and get rid of it all. Okay. Just dry that. Yeah, I used the wrong brush. I didn't realise this was my bigger brush, which I didn't want. I wanted the next one down, which I now have. So I'm just making sure it's completely dry. Okay, so top coat back in. All over the nail. I have got another top coat. I mean, I'm running out of this one, but the other top coat is super, super, super thick. So I don't really like it that much because it's too thick. Right, back in with my even thinner brush. It is the right one, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to go in the middle. And I want to try and keep the circles as close to each other as possible, okay? I'm just going back around that one slightly. Oh, nearly went in with the white then. The white, we're going to do the white rose on the black nail after we've done this one. Just so we can compare, really, just so we can see what they're like. Which one looks better. So you do have to keep kind of moving your hand around, which can be hard. I mean, the top coat always makes things look better, so. I do like to do tiny little ones in between, okay? Just really small ones like that. Yeah, so you don't want a brush that's too big. Not like I did anyway. So we're just going to keep going round and round and round until it's kind of all filled in how you want it to be. Now I think that's absolutely fine. I don't want it to go all the way down the nail. So I'm just going to get some tiny little bits. And what you can do, if you don't like how it's spreading, you can just go, you can go back in with black if you want it more opaque in certain places. I don't mind how it's spreading though, so I'm going to leave that now to one side. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it to keep spreading and doing its thing. So I'm going to use the same brush, so I'm just going to wipe this off. And we have our black. It's had 2 coats. Wipe off that sticky layer. And my finger and hair. So we're going to go back in. Let me go and get that other one and I'll show you what it does with a really, really, really thick top coat. So I've got my top coat out. This is no wipe as well, and it is thick, so we can see the difference. When obviously we're not going to cure this. We don't want to cure this. Hair or something in there. Okay, top coat all on. We have our white in our palette, and we have a little brush. Oops, that's probably too much. So in the middle again. Yeah, I think that's a bit too much on my brush there. Just going to do kind of like a circle. And you guys can decide which one you prefer. The one with the thicker top coat and the white, or the one with a thin top coat and the black. I think I might be putting it on too thick again. But you kind of get the gist, don't you? And this is what happens with the thicker one. See, it just blends all in together. This does not look like a rose. So I'm just going to try and go back in a little bit. And try and make it more rose-like. If that's even possible. I mean, I've not done it with a top coat this thick before. This is why I didn't think it would be a good idea to use blooming gel, because it's just going to go on too thick. Yeah, see? That compared to, oops, this one hadn't been set yet. That's why. But let me go in and cure this now, because that's finished moving around. So let's try this one more time. Oh my god, I'm so messy. I literally am so messy. Gross. Okay, I'm just gonna dry this. Right, I'm gonna go back in with my thick top coat again. I haven't dipped back in haven't put this back in the bottle to get a second lot. I'm just trying to make sure this is all spread out. Okay, back in with the white, but I'm not going to pick up as much. Just a little bit. See, that's still too much. That one was way too thick. I find it difficult doing it upside down. Yeah, see, it just doesn't matter how thin you lay it on. Yeah, so that one is it's just not going to work. With a really, really thick one, it doesn't work. So I'm not even going to bother attempting to do that. Okay, so we'll pop that to one side. This has been cured, so I'm going to go in with a top coat. If I can get it out the bottle. Like that. Okay, cure that, and then I'll show you all the nails after. And there they all are. So we've got the rose. Didn't spread as much as usual, like it did with that one. But to be honest, I did put quite, not a thick layer on, but I did go back in twice with the black. So yeah, that's the rose. That's the mask and the blood drips. So just a few little nail art if you want to go ahead and practice it. But yeah, that's it. So I am going to practice doing Minnie Mouse or maybe another Disney character. Yeah, I'm not good at drawing. I'm really not. I don't even know how I managed to do that. But yeah, I'm going to practice, and once I kind of get how to do it, then I will show you guys how to do it. So yeah, please subscribe. It really does help my channel out. It really, really, really does help my channel out. And leave me a comment if you want to see anything, or I don't know, any comment. And please like this video. Would love it if you did. But that is that. I definitely prefer this one. That came out a lot better. It really did. It came out a lot better, didn't it? Yes. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye.